What up, H-Town? Welcome to another episode of the official Dynamo Theory Podcast. My name is Rudy Segura, and I am joined by my brother, Rodrigo Segura, and Cristian Putalias, my homeboy too. So, guys, back at it again. More preseason matches to talk about. But before we get started, Cristian, can you tell the people how they can connect with us, man?
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? I'm back. Missed last week, but I'm back. So you can get at us at Dynamo Theory on IG and Twitter. You can always send us an email at dynamotheorypodcast@gmail.com. You can find me at Cris Putalias on IG and Twitter. Rudy Segura 3, you can find him. And then Rodrigo Segura at Rodrigo Segura 01. And like always, you can find everything at dynamotheory.com. All the player previews, all the, you can actually go to the YouTube channel, watch all the shows, and then you can watch all the conversations we have with players and stuff like that. So for everything, dynamotheory.com for everything there, guys. What's up?
Yeah, and of course it's gonna keep getting busy, right? So guys, hope you guys are looking forward to this conversation we're gonna have about the team as we get closer to the seasons to start, right? But before anything, I guess let's touch a little bit of the signings that we got. We got a guy named Zeca from Brazil. Looks like a pretty, promising guy. He won a gold medal back in 2016, was it? Yeah, 2016 with Brazil, alongside with Neymar and, some very good players in that team. But Rodrigo, what do you want to add on this guy? He's a fullback. That's as much as we know. He plays left, he plays right. Where do you kind of expect him to play?
I mean, we've been speculating that he's probably going to be the right back. With early on preseason, we saw Zeca being left out of like the starting job, and Dorsey took his place. So it was kind of questionable. And now, for me, this kind of confirms it. Like, okay, he wants to strengthen that position. I highly doubt he'll play left back unless a little bit more depth in there. If we want to give Adam a break. But I see it as an obvious, plug in play.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned Adam, because if you guys remember when Adam came in, he was sitting behind a Beasley, and he had to actually play a few times on the right side. I mean, now we see Adam and he's mega left-footed. It's kind of funny. Anything you want to add on him, Cristian, before we move to the next topic?
Yeah, that his real name is Jose Carlos Craconeto. Like, it has nothing to do with his nickname. But yeah. I guess it's easier to say Zeca.
Yeah.
No, like Rodrigo was saying, I'm kind of excited because that shows initiative on the team to, wanting to strengthen that, right back position. Zeca and Dorsey have done an okay job, but I think if Zeca turns out to be the player that, we see on the highlight videos and the highlight reels, on YouTube, if he's that, full strength and attacking defender that we want for an outside back, then I think we might hit some type of nugget of gold, I guess. Something that we can polish and get a diamond somewhere.
Yeah, and I think that's the perfect transition to the match that happened on Saturday, because that right back position kind of struggled a little bit, right, against Houston FC. We took an ugly loss, 4-0, but at the end of the day, it does not really do anything. You don't get any closer to getting anything.
It hurts your feelings. That's what it does.
Yeah, it definitely.
Yes, it does.
It hurts your feelings, and there's a lot of chit chat in social media, of course. A lot of banter, I guess, especially from Houston, our buddy Houston Dynamo.
Shout out Finister.
Shout out Finister. I mean, that dude was just rocking everyone's marbles big time, but. Other than that, I mean, there's nothing else. I'm sure we would have been happy. We would have won 4-0. But at the end of the day, you can look back into preseason matches and their practice. At the end, we have a new coach. We have to take it with a grain of salt, right? We have a new coach. Only's been here, with the team, maybe 3 weeks, trying to get everybody to his formation. And it is what it is. I know, Cristian, you were there at the game with Dustin as well. So, anything you want to add on this one, man, before we keep going?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things. I mean, it's like two sides of the coin, because at the when we were just talking before we started recording, but after the game, the two players that went out and talked to the media were Darwin Seren and Tim Parker, and they both have like not conflicting not phrases, but conferences. But like Darwin Seren seemed very like mad or pissed off at the fact that, we lost to an in-state rival 4-0. Like we basically got smacked by Austin, and it was just kind of disrespectful. Like Rodrigo was saying, it hurt your feelings to lose, at home 4-0, against an in-state rival, especially like Austin, like it's just kind of gross. And then, you had like the
did you see their jersey? Gross, man.
Gross. It's mocha green, by the way. But yeah, so like, and then you have like the Tim Parker perspective where, he's like, oh, it's just practice, trying to get, and kind of like in touch with the new players and stuff like that. But also something that you guys just pointed out, I mean, the head coach has only been around for a month. So like, it's pretty insane to think that, we're about to start a season here in like a couple of weeks, and we have a coach that has only been here a month, and and to expect, a miracle changing from last season to this season with a person that has only known players a month, and even like some players, like for example, Teenage Hadabi, like they only probably been in contact for a week, maybe less, and that's one of your starting 11 guys. So it's kind of insane to I guess expect a lot from this team, but then also we need the results. We want the results. We're tired of losing. We're tired of being the worst in the West, and we need to like move up. And I just realized that I'm wearing a green shirt, so now
Mocha green, sad. Bro. But no, and like you said, obviously we have another game coming up. Toronto, we'll be playing in Austin against Toronto on Wednesday, which is a little bit odd. But Rodrigo, we should be expecting a little bit of the same in that game, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But I mean, I just wanted to hit back with the Austin thing. Like, you guys say, yeah, it's preseason, but at the same time, there's always that saying, you play like you practice how you play. So
exactly,
you just can't give them a freebie of like, well, it's preseason. Yeah, you still got beat 4-0. This is the time that you want to either try to not concede as much. Even if you lose 1-0, it's like, okay, that was like, I'll give them some credit to that. But 4-0 means like, what the heck were you doing? Why was nothing sticking? And even if you maybe lost 4-2, at least you were trying to do something offensively. I don't know. That's just my take on that.
No, for sure. And like I said, I mean, okay, we can go like, obviously we play Toronto on Wednesday. We play Dallas on Saturday. I think we probably are going to get another 2 losses, to be honest. I think Toronto may have a better team, and Dallas definitely has a much better team, in paper compared to us, just because they've been there longer. The only thing different is the same thing. Both of them have new coaches, but you have somebody like Bud Bradley that's been coaching for a long time compared to you said Nagamura's been with the club for about a month. That's how long he's been coaching, period, as a professional coach. So we got to give this guy some slack. And I think at the end of the day, the preseason can definitely be a little bit misleading, just because in the past we've won the entire preseason and we still come out and do trash. So, it really is about just kind of learning as they go. And it's good that they're evaluating players, and they saw, hey, we do have a weakness in right back, so let's get Zeca. And then, obviously we don't have anybody that can replace like a Coco, which almost got hurt during the Austin game and obviously was brought out for precaution. But, you kind of have to still look and evaluate the players you have. But Cristian, what's up?
No, also one thing that I heard Darwin Seren said was that the first half of that game, what is nothing to what the coach, wanted to see them play like. So, if we're going to look at that first half and kind of based the team that we're going to have to what we saw, like we shouldn't expect to see that, in the future. At least that's what, Paulo and Darwin Seren said. They both said, that's not what we wanted to play like. That's not the style I was looking for. That's not, what I wanted for the players to play like. So, I think it was just a bad day for the players, like a bad representation of what Paulo actually wants for his team to play like. So, I guess we can look in that second half and see if because they did do a lot better. They only got scored on once, I think, on that second half compared to 3 in the first. if I'm not mistaken, because honestly, I kind of checked out after the second goal. We were just cracking jokes in the media, in the press booth, because it was just kind of painful. It was super cold and it was painful, but at least we can keep that in our mentality that, that's not the team that Paulo wants on the field. That's not the style of play. So, if we're going to find something positive in all this negativity of 4 goals, I guess let it be that.
Cristian, I have a question. Since you watched the game, saw the lineup, what was the midfield like? Like, what was the, I guess, position of the midfield?
It was interesting because, like, if we're actually going to go specific, like, I think Coco is at this point in time, Coco and this Houston Dynamo is probably the most important player, which is weird because so we were playing, the 4 in the back, and then Vera, who played a terrible game, honestly, like terrible. Like, it was one of those games that you're like, why are we paying this guy so much? Like, he was nothing like he has ever been before. And I don't know what that could be, but he was just terrible. Like, there was passes from one of the midfielders of Austin that he would like put a through ball and he would literally eat up the whole entire middle line. Like, the 3 guys playing in there, just with one pass that he would cancel all 3 of them, and it's funny because me and Dustin kind of saw that like at the same time, and we both acknowledged that at the same time, like, look at those through balls, like it's literally killing that middle line. And then Darwin, at one point in time in the first half, I don't know if you saw it, Rudy, but he would literally drop back all the way to like a left back position to get the ball. Like, literally on the same line of Tim Parker and Daniel Stedes, who Stedes also did not play a really good game. So that's going to be interesting to see, if Teenage comes back, if he's going to fight for that position or what. But yeah, also, the fact that Darwin was coming so far back to literally the back line to ask for the ball and get the ball. And then, well, he didn't have a good game either. So, even if he wanted the ball, he didn't do much with it. So, and one good thing he did was for Austin, which was an assist for the first goal. But other than that, I don't think he did any good for the Dynamo.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a little bit misleading because, you see the midfield group that we have and you'd say we have a good group. We have names like, Joe Corona, who obviously, U.S. international for a long time. You have Memo Rodriguez, who, he's finding himself playing in that position. And then you also have like Marcelo Palomino, which I believe he hasn't even played, during these matches. So, they're definitely looking for a midfielder because Coco was going to come in with the most or the best form, right? Because he took all the time to be in Panama and keep training for the qualifiers. Same thing with Seren. Seren did the same thing. So apart from those guys, everybody else is still pretty much in preseason form and is very noticeable. But with that being said, I think we should move on to this next segment, which, we kind of hinted about it last episode. Basically, our prediction, our 2022 Houston Dynamo season prediction. We're kind of going to go through every single match and yeah, we'll go through every single match. We won't spend a ton of time, but Rodrigo does have some good insight of like some of the matches, kind of like how they've gone, whether it be a win, a draw, or a loss. So maybe that helped him come up with, his final standings, I guess. But no matter what, I think we all have our, our predictions. So hopefully they're a little different, but I have a feeling we're all going to be on the outside looking in probably of the playoffs. But all right, so let's get it started, man. I think match day 1, we are playing home against Real Salt Lake. I have a draw happening. What about you, Cristian?
I have a win. I think we're going to come out guns blazing.
And Rodrigo, what do you got?
I have a win as well, just because, we played in preseason. I feel like we might have a pretty good competitive team, hopefully. And you have to win that first home opener. Like, I think it's a must. Like, in players' mentality, you kind of have to. So
yeah, for sure. And I think they've played in the past, and I think the last time they played to start against Real Salt Lake, I think it was a draw as well. But The match day 2, we're playing at Kansas City. I give a big ol' L, man. Everybody got an L on that
Yeah,
one?
everybody got it. Well, at least I put loss.
Yeah. Rodrigo?
I actually put a tie.
A tie. Look at that.
And here's why. So in the last 39 times they played,
39
won
times.
39 times. We've won, 13 times, which is 33%. We've drawn 11 times, which is 29%. And we lost 15 times, 38%. So that it's not too bad. Obviously, this doesn't take into effect like if we were home or away, but at least between the matches.
Yeah.
There's most likely we can lose, but I feel like if we win that first game, we might be having, high morale, and it'll bring us to at least maybe tie with them.
What's up, Chris?
If I'm not mistaken, I think don't quote me on this. I think that's Kansas City's home opener. So
yeah, I feel like we're gonna get
guns
smacked.
blazing.
Yeah. Match day 3, home against Vancouver. I put a W. So for me, that's my first win. So
Yeah, me too.
Christian got a W.
Win as well.
Rodrigo, same thing.
Yes.
My match day 4, at home against Colorado. I put a draw. I think they're gonna get a draw.
I also have a tie because Colorado had a good team last year, and I think they're going to keep that same momentum. So they're going to be a tough team this year, in my opinion.
Rodrigo?
I have a draw as well.
Okay. So we move into April, which is Rodrigo's birthday. Actually, we missed your birthday, man, in March. My bad, Christian. But match day 5, we are playing at Miami, and I put a draw. I think they can get a draw in Miami.
I have a loss.
Okay.
I have a draw, I think.
Good draw. Man,
they lost a lot of players. I mean, it's not like
yeah.
I think we're in the same boat on that one, but I guess it all depends.
Match day 6. Match day 6, we are playing at home against San Jose. I put a W on that one.
Yeah, me too. I got a win on that one as well.
Same here.
All right. And then match day 7 versus Portland. I put a draw on mine.
I have a tie as well. I think when it comes to Portland and Seattle at home, for some reason we become a little stronger.
Yeah.
And I have a draw as well.
Yeah. Do you have any stats for that one, Rodrigo?
I don't. That was one of the ones that I'm sure they played so many times that it was like
I feel like every time they play it's always a draw. But match day 4, we would be playing at Frisco against the Frisconians. I really love that nickname, Frisconian. Sounds like a cuss word, like, hey, get out of there, you Frisconian. But I think we're gonna get a loss in that match. We'll get a big L. Christian?
I put a tie.
A tie?
Yeah, just because it's the first rivalry game of the year.
I did a draw as well, and especially because I was there the first time they played.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty intense game. But I think for the most part, we controlled most of the game until like the very end, the last like 15, 20 minutes. I like how they play. So I think, we can get a draw there again.
Yeah. And so then we move into May. So match day 10 at DC, I put an L.
You skip one.
Oh, did I skip? Oh, my bad. Yeah. Match day 9 versus Austin at home. My bad. I kept scrolling down. I put a draw on that one.
I put a win. I think we're going to whoop their ass.
Okay.
I put a draw as well. That 4-0.
See, that's the thing though. Like that 4-0
it's misleading, but it's definitely
I think it's very, very, very misleading.
Yeah, I mean, as long as Seren doesn't go get a red card, it will be fine. All right, fine. The one that I had passed over, I guess, was match day 10 at DC. I put a loss on that one.
I got a loss too because isn't DC the one that is getting all ready for the World War with all these players?
Right.
I have a win, and here's why. In the last 19 times, we've only lost to them 3 times. So for us to lose a 4th time, that's kind of like.
Hey, we lost like against Seattle like 8 straight times before we won. So food for thought there, man.
I mean, we have 11 wins against them and 5 draws. I think that's, so I went with a win.
We haven't played them in a minute either.
No, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been at least like 2019. Because I got to high five Wayne Rooney. I remember that. It was awesome. Yeah. Match day 11.
I was there.
Yeah. Match day 11. match day 11. I don't know what the hell I said. Versus Nashville at home. I put a draw. I think Nashville's probably gonna split the points there with us.
Yep. Same thing. I have a draw.
I was generous. I have a win.
Okay. I mean, it's a home match. You kind of want them to win for sure. But same. And then we jump to match day 12 versus Seattle. Same thing. Draw for me. I think they're gonna split points.
I have a win. I think we're gonna we're gonna surprise everybody in that one.
I have a loss.
Oh, there you go. See, I like this.
Not too optimistic this time. See, because like again, 22 times played the last 22 times played, we've only won 5 times.
See, yeah,
and drew 5 times, so we lost 12. Like that's, I don't know. And it's Seattle. Those uniforms are gonna be like bright and like in our face. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro, those uniforms are ugly. The checkered board. Jesus Christ.
Then we play match day 13 at Galaxy, and I have a loss on that one.
Yeah, I have a loss too.
I have a draw.
Hey, this is what we're going.
Yeah.
We're making the playoffs, guys. Let's go.
For real, right? And honestly, well, okay, let me finish with this one. Match day 14 at RSL. I have a loss as well.
I have a loss as well. RSL,
big fat L.
Strong at home.
And so I guess before I keep going, like once people see kind of what my outtake is, I feel like they're gonna start out kind of slow, and by summer they're gonna start getting hot. So not starting out with June, playing in match day 15 at Orlando. I have a loss still.
I have a loss as well.
I have a tie on that one.
Yeah, and then match day 16.
And if anybody wants to know how many times at least in the last,
I don't think we played a lot of
years.
times.
Yeah, it's only been 5 times. We've won twice, drew twice, and lost 1. So that loss could have been away. And
they don't have Nani anymore, man. That Uruguayan kid doesn't scare me.
Uruguayans don't scare me.
Sabe the bite.
Yeah, that's right? True.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Luis Suarez.
And if they're little and like you're just trying to mess around and goal.
That's a good inside joke Rodrigo just said. And we'll explain to you later, Cristian. But
thank you, because I'm out. I'm somewhere else.
Yeah. Match day 16 be a home game against Chicago Fire. That's another team. It's been a while we played, and I gave us a W on that one.
Yeah, me too. I think we're gonna beat Chicago at home.
Yeah. Match days or Rodrigo, same thing. W.
Yeah, especially since they like let go of 12 players.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they're gonna bring Shaqiri, but it's not Shakira, so I think we'll be all right. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get like his signature or something if that's a thing.
Hey,
I have a couple of Liverpool jerseys that be nice.
There you go.
Bring it on, man. Come down, party with us at a game. But match day 17 at Portland, big old goose egg out of that match. A L for me. I don't know about you guys.
For a split second, I didn't understand the reference.
Yeah. Goose egg? You never heard of? Okay.
Never. Zero goals.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
No, I get an L
0
too.
points out of that.
Portland.
Yeah, we're probably getting smacked like 3-0.
Yeah, that one's made into a little ugly. Then we jump into July match day
I think
18.
this is where it's gonna open up for the Dynamo.
I agree. I think this is when it's gonna get a little better. And so if I think what we'll do is we'll kind of put like our results. And July for me, that's when we start looking at a completely different Dynamo. So match day 18, playing at home against the newcomer Charlotte. We got a W on this one.
Yes, because
we have to win.
They're screwed.
Have you not seen that meme of the guy?
Yeah. With that attitude,
no,
we have to win. If we lose this one,
I was gonna say, Cristian, say it in Spanish because I think that we're screwed was not a fair assessment of that sentence.
Yeah. No, well, I don't know if you guys listen, but I was listening to the new MLS podcast, whatever the heck it's called. And they were talking about it and how the translation, we are screwed is not, it's more like we're fucked, but
pretty much, man. I mean, the guy only has like 10 guys in his roster. Anyway, so then match day 19, playing at home against the guys from Frisco. W on that one for sure. 3 whole
West Coast.
points. Yeah.
Have to win.
Match day 20, playing the boys from 290. Yeah. In Austin. I got a draw there. So I think we'll go and take some points.
I got a draw too. I think, we're going to draw.
And then match day 20.
I think those games against Austin, that 4-0, I think that made it personal. And I hope it did for the players that they can lose in season against them.
That's funny because I literally reminded something an old coach said to us that he basically like, I feel like somebody came to my house and slapped my mom, basically. You know, and it's just like, okay, you're not gonna do that again. You know,
that's what Darwin Seren said, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So match day 21, we are at San Jose. I think we get another point out of that one, so a draw for me.
I put a loss. Yeah.
I say that we can draw that game. I don't know.
Again,
I'm the optimistic guy here.
Hey, that's what I put. I put a draw.
No.
Yeah, exactly. We're starting to move into that direction. Match day 22 versus Minnesota at home. I got a W for us taking on the Loons. I feel good about that one.
Yeah, I can't remember, but if we didn't lose to them last year, we never lost to Minnesota at home, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we lost to them, bro, because I remember that there is a team that showed up with like 3 people on the bench and they still smacked us around.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the first time for them to beat us at home, but I think this time we'll beat them.
Yeah. Then match day 23, we're playing at Philadelphia, and I have an L on that one. Yeah, 0 points. I don't think.
Yeah, we're losing that game for sure.
So I don't have a lot of away wins, but this is one of them.
What?
Wow.
So
you have an away win? That's rare.
If we are winning at Philly, I want to go to Philly.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Rodrigo calling that already.
Hey, our winning percentage against them is 47%. That's good enough for me to get another win.
Philly,
they took that big OL in that US Open Cup final. That's all that mattered.
Right. That's all that matters. I was there too. I was there.
And so moving into August, we have match day 24 at Vancouver. I put a draw, so I think we'll get a point out of that.
I got a W. I think we're beating Vancouver and Vancouver.
Man,
yes.
I think if you look at mine, I don't think I have gotten or given them an away win at all. So mostly draws, which is better than 0. So
yeah.
Rodrigo, what did you give them?
Well, I mean, I expect them to win. Sorry.
To win? Okay.
Yeah.
Match day 25 versus Montreal. I gave them a W. I think they'll beat Kyoto's team. So what do you got, Cristian and L?
I put an L for some reason.
Okay. Rodrigo?
I put a win.
A win. Okay.
And we've been split 50-50 with them, basically.
Yeah.
8 wins, 1 tie, 7 losses. So that's kind of,
that sounds about right.
If the average goes right, then we might lose that game just so it can be, 8-1-8.
Yeah, I know. I feel like if that game was like at Montreal, that's definitely a loss just because you're going from Vancouver all the way to freaking Montreal. Like that's a long travel.
Mm.
Match day 26.
You do realize they come back to Houston first.
No. What do you mean?
They would have to come back to Houston.
No, that doesn't mean they have to. Sometimes they just go like directly there. They've done that in the past.
A whole week? Especially like midweek.
Maybe
okay, whatever.
Anyways, match day 26 at Colorado. I put a loss. I think they'll take.
I have a loss as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we're losing.
Yeah. See, not too many away wins, guys.
No,
don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, no. And you know what? I didn't change my home and away. Like I didn't look that up, but my stat. Match day 27 at Minnesota. I think we'll get another point from what's his name? Bobelo. Bebelo, yeah.
Bebelo Reynoso.
And you have an L, you said?
Yes. We always lose in Minnesota and we always win here against Minnesota, usually. usually.
Rodrigo, what did you have?
That makes sense, but I have a draw. I think
You have a
we
draw
can
as well. Okay.
try to take something.
Dang, y'all very positive. I'm glad. I'm glad.
We'll see what it looks like at the end. Match day 28 versus at home against LAFC. I think we'll get a W on that match. I think LAFC is a little bit kind of all over the place. New coach and Steve Charundo. You know, there's some good stuff there. Get 3 points. Cristian?
I have a tie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a win, and this is just, if our momentum keeps building, I feel like, we need to start winning. We need to stay consistent in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely been more green, which for me, green was win and yellow was a point since July for the Dynamo so far. And what I predict to be the thing. But then in September, we go match day 29 at Seattle. We lose all 3 points there, in my perspective.
I put down a tie. I think these are the games that we kind of like try to toughen. Well, usually we lose, but for some reason this one I believe in them, and I got a tie.
September for me is going to be a really sad month. We're losing to Seattle. I mean,
that's what they say. Wake me up when September ends, baby.
Nope.
That's going to be us. I feel like it. We might get lucky.
Yeah. All right. Then we play match day 30 versus Kansas City. I put a W. I was a little bit more optimistic in that prediction. Cristian?
I put a tie. And just to kind of go on that not optimistic thing, my last 6 games were 3 losses and 3 ties, by the way.
For me, it's going to be a win. I feel like this is going to be our only positive of the month. Make it count.
Match day 31, we'll be playing at home against New England Revolution. I put a W on that one. I think we could get a win. The guys are coming. Well, it's nice weather. It's not super hot, but I think we'll get a W there. So Rodrigo, I'm just gonna say Rodrigo gives them a loss here. So
I really do. I mean, so there's another team.
We beat them twice in the championship, man. They don't got nothing on us.
Shout out
we played him 17
Twelman?
times.
Is that his name?
Taylor Twelman.
We've played him 17 times in the last, I don't know, 10 years or so. Only beat them 4 times, and we lost to them 9 times. That's, man, it's kind of depressing. So,
what'd you give them, Cristian?
We'll get another loss.
I actually have a win.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Man, look at that.
Yeah, I think we get a win. Match day 32 at LAFC. I think we'll get a draw on that one. I kind of, in my case, I have 2 straight wins, so I feel like we can pull out another point away.
No, I put a loss because it's towards the end of the season, and LAFC is gonna want to go out.
Their inchas over there, man, that's what I'm saying. September is a bad month.
Yeah, it usually is for us. See, then we won't get a nice decision day like we want to, guys, at this rate. So both of y'all both had losses, you said?
I had lost, yeah.
Okay. Then we get to October, 2 matches left here. So match day 33 at Nashville, the game that I really, really, really want to go to. I put a draw. Cristian says a loss. Rodrigo?
I say a tie.
A tie.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's like we're losing 1-0 and then we tie it at the end, because if we happen to go to this game, if we plan it out and we go, and if y'all people want to join us, we're probably gonna make this trip out there. And if it's gonna be a last minute tie, I think it's gonna be badass.
Hey, that would be cool. You ever see that they have that Moses guy? You ever seen we'll talk smack to Moses. And then last day, which is the decision day, which usually tends to be in our favor against the LA Galaxy, playing at home. I have a W there, getting all 3 points to end the season. Cristian?
Yes, usually El Galaxy at home, we have them as our kids, the hijos, so we are gonna beat them.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be another sad day for Chicha, going home in the last game of the season. We're definitely winning that game. So, see, my predictions don't seem too bad, especially leading up to decision time or decision day.
Well, you started out like very good. Like we were winning a lot in the beginning, which honestly the Dynamo tend to do.
No, we weren't really winning.
But wait. I guess
we're tying a lot. Like if I look at my
say your
April,
record.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. My record. Let me start with my record. My record is 11 wins, 10 losses, 13 draws. Again, I didn't write my home and away, record. But we will end with 46 points, which if you take kind of like what it was the last couple of years, especially the last year, because it has just one less team, we would be in 9th place in the West. So we would basically be the second to last team to almost make it to the playoffs. So it would be improvement for sure from being in the basement the last couple of years. But I would still be out of the playoffs. What about you, Cristian? What was your math?
I had 12 wins, 13 losses, and 8 draws, which came out to be at 43 points. And I didn't go look at the tables, but I think
you're probably like in the 10th or 11th place. Yeah.
But in my head, I think we're gonna end up 8th. So like right outside of the playoffs.
No. Wait. That you're getting ahead of yourself, man. Like we're trying.
My bad.
Rodrigo, what was your record and your points?
So see, mine, I turned the whole season around, man. That Pablo Nagamura style,
The Naga effect.
Exactly. So our last season record was 6, 12, and 16. For me this year, what I predict we would do would be 15
wins.
15 wins, 12 ties, and 7 losses.
Oh, bro, you made the playoffs at that rate. How much points did you?
But this is 57 points. If we would have done this last year, would have been around 4th place. But that's taken into effect. The last 2 matches are like you have to win or get some points out of it. Because if we lose those last 2 matches, we're borderline making the playoffs. If we get there,
I'm good with a 4th place. I mean,
and I'm looking at the stats and what we've done with them in the past. Obviously, I'm not looking at the home away kind of style. Yeah. Obviously, that would be a lot, maybe a little bit more realistic. But just overall, I think that's possible. I mean, it could have been possible last year. We just had a lot of games that swayed either to a loss or
ties
a win.
For sure. Yeah, you could have gone either way.
Tie, but mostly the losses. I mean, there was one that were
I think for me I definitely didn't look past like a couple years just because it's hard to gauge, especially like after COVID per se. But then taking into account like having a new coach, a new system in place, even with Top Ramos, I feel like that honestly was 2 years wasted, right? And so the new team that is kind of putting together, and I didn't even, honestly, I completely forgot about Zeca when I was doing this, even though we had already signed them because we haven't seen them. But I was just taking into consideration like the squad we have now. But I do think that, by the time the summer window opens, we'll probably have, by then probably have another 2 DPs, that are going to be brought in. So obviously those are kind of like not into effect by any means because we don't know what's going to happen, but it just kind of gives some perspective. But that's good. I mean, at this rate, so Cristian didn't make the playoffs for the Houston Dynamo prediction. I did not make the playoffs. Rodrigo got us in 4th place, which sounds great.
With a first round knockout.
Yeah, first round knockout, which sounds great. So
our first loss would come in like May against Seattle. So come on, let's
do
this.
I mean, it's happened, right? I think sometimes
there's about 6 ties in there, maybe about 3 wins. But like, hey, I don't care if we're tying again as long as we're not losing 4-0 every game.
So with that, obviously like that's our predictions. I'll try to, if you guys send them to me, guys, I can put it like a post for Instagram so people can have that, just kind of like our predictions. But what's it called? What I was gonna say is, so both predictions. So Cristian, you were saying you have the team probably in 8th place. Is that your bold prediction?
Oh no, my bold no, yeah. I don't know. I'm afraid to say anything. No, but I always said that I want the team to like make it to decision day with a decision day, like it actually matter. So I think, coming, if we're going to get all the way there and if we lose that last game, I'm okay with it. I don't want to lose that game, but I am okay with losing, the last game, I guess, per se, to not make it to the playoffs. I think it's going to show a big improvement from the last 2 years to say, hey, you know what? We came all the way to the end and, we missed it by a hair, but,
And I think you
is what it
stroke a
is.
nerve because I'll be freaking pissed if we
No,
lose
yeah,
that
well,
game.
yeah.
But
I mean, I'm going to be mad too, but I think looking back, you're going to be like, you know what? At least, you guys gave me some type of emotion till the end of the season. And I didn't have to check out, 3 months ago when we couldn't beat.
It'd be nice if it was decision day and we were kind of like, we had to win, but we had to score like 6 goals to get in. I would be okay with that because then we win. And then we're like, oh, we're a freaking
something like that. Like, we
short.
have to win and like Kansas City has to lose.
Yeah.
And then LAFC has to score 3 goals. And, like a lot of things have to happen. Like something like that would be great when that we don't really depend on ourselves, but depend on the results of others. But, as long as we get that win against, LA Galaxy and we're like, you know what, we did everything we could, but unfortunately nothing, it didn't go our way. But I think we would be proud of the team at least.
Yeah, for sure. So Rodrigo, with that, anything you want to add, man? This was
just on my end, it'll be, hopefully we get a 5th or 6th place, on the table there. Obviously, putting us in the playoffs. I think.
For your bold prediction,
yeah. For my bold prediction. I mean, I feel like it's kind of.
I was like, bro, you had it in 4th place. You kind of dropped down. That's kind of not bold enough, man.
No, I'm saying like 5th or 6th. That's with decision day. Like if we win this decision day.
Yeah, I got you.
Then we're pushing to like 4th, 5th, but
got it.
We need to at least be somewhere up there. I don't know. I kind of start to get this feeling that people are still not happy. This 4-0 obviously affected a lot of people's mentality. Where like, is Paulo Nagamura the right coach? I feel like it's almost crucial that we're borderline or even making the playoffs to give hope for the next season. Because I feel like it'll be too much pressure on just maybe Pat or just from the fans' perspective to try to do something again like rash decision. And I feel like we just need to give him time. And I feel like if he gets to the playoffs and if he gets knocked out in the first round, it's at least, hey, we're doing something right.
I'll let Cristian go first since you want to.
No, yeah, I have an idea. I don't know if you guys want to get on this, but what if we do a thing called, hashtag road to 40? And, people were like, what do you mean? Well, usually they say that to make it to the playoffs, you need 50 points, right? Like you get 50 points, you're good to go. But, let's not be that, exigentes, and let's just stick to 40 points. And then what we can do is like do kind of like a tracker or something, like when you do like, you go to the school and like they have a thermometer, like, the kid, and like you have to raise money. And like, the more money you raise, the more the thermometer goes up. We should do that, but with points. And then, just do like a road to 40 points. And see if we can at least make it to 40 points. Last year, we made it to 33 points? So.
No,
that even made it?
No. Yeah, I was going to say, no, I have a better idea. Do that for 10 wins. Because I don't think we've got 4 wins in 2020 and we got 6 wins in 2021. So come on, get us like double-digit wins at this rate, man.
Go. Bro, we're okay with that
15.
Too.
15.
That's 30 points.
Let's do that. But hey, I think this was a great exercise. I'm sure the guy, our fans are gonna love, kind of like our predictions, and maybe they have their own predictions, of course, as well. But Cristian, tell the peeps how they can contact us, man.
Yeah, man. So don't forget, always you can get at us at Dynamo Theory on IG and Twitter. You can send us an email if you like at Dynamo Theory Podcast at gmail.com. If you have any ideas for like future shows or topics that you would like for us to talk, you can send us, the ideas there, or you can actually just DM us. You can get me at Chris Putalias. You can get Rudy at Rudy Segura and Rodrigo at Rudy Segura 3 and Rodrigo at Rodrigo Segura 01. And you can find everything and all the information at Dynamo Theory, not at, but dynamotheory.com. And you can find all the breakfast links Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, the player previews, for all the players that were last year here and are coming back. And yeah, man, shout out to Urruti for some reason.
For scoring us on Saturday.
I don't know why, but
yeah, no.
Is that why Quintero got confused and like just passed it through or something?
Yeah, probably. He's like, I miss you. Come back. Here you go.
But
score a goal, bro. Like,
oh, man, that's terrible.
But yeah, no, this is the what's it called, Rodrigo? Feel free, man. Go ahead and close us out.
All right. Thank you, Houston Dynamo fans, for listening. And remember to always hold it down and keep it forever orange.